Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told, out of Voice Radio. So today, we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the theme decks have been revealed. We know what the next series of promos at League and League Challenges are going to be. We've got some full art supporters to have a look at, so you know what? It's all looking pretty nice indeed. Now, starting off with the theme decks, Pokemon have been crushing it on theme decks lately. We saw that the last lot of theme decks over in Ultra Prism focused around Empoleon and Garchomp, which were literally the two best non-GX Pokemon in the entire set. That's ludicrous. They literally went, you know what? What are the two best Pokemon that aren't GXs, because we don't give GXs in the theme decks? Empoleon, well, alright, let's pop Empoleon in. And Garchomp, alright, let's go pop Garchomp in. Now, they're not quite as good this time in terms of the main Pokemon, but they're still pretty tasty and they're still good theme decks about which you should be a little excited. So the image here apparently comes from Dolly's cards. And we can see, and we already reported previously, that the theme decks are going to be based around Lycanroc and Alolan Exeggutor. Now, the Lycanroc is actually a card from the set that I'm a very big fan of. It's got, a mini dangerous rogue attack, 20 damage plus 20 for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And essentially my conclusion on this card was, in the short term, it's basically outclassed by Sudowoodo from Breakpoint, a basic for 2 energy, but especially when this rotates and in Lycanroc decks that are playing the Rockruff you need anyway, this is actually a really good card that may not see much play pre-rotation, although I would not be surprised to see it in Lycanroc decks, but will absolutely see a lot of play post-rotation, especially in these Lycanroc decks. As for Alolan Exeggutor, I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a lot less fun. It starts off looking quite good. 20 damage plus 20 more for each type of basic energy in your discard. Yay! But you can't add more than 100 damage this way. So instead of being able to do essentially 200 damage, if you can get all 9 basic energy, you can only do 120, which is enough to KO a Lycanroc, but isn't enough outside of that. I'm not a huge fan of this card. Sorry about that. However, if we look at the card list as a whole, it's actually looking pretty tasty. So if we look at the Lycanroc deck list, we see some really, really good trainer cards in here. I mean, we see Furfrou, which is alright. 20 damage, draw 2, you got 5 cards in your hand. It's alright. But really here, it's all about the trainer cards. 1 copy of Brooklet Hill, which is basically a staple in any water or fighting deck at the moment. 1 copy of Cynthia, which is one of the best supporter cards we have at the moment. 1 copy of Escape Rope, a really good, and even Escape Board, which is pretty nice as a pseudo Floatstone replacement when we get after the rotation. Again, it's not Floatstone, but it's not a million miles away, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it see a little bit of play. We see Field Blower, which is an absolute must in pretty much every deck at the moment. Lily's a nice supporter. Nest Ball's pretty good. Pokemon Fan Club, okay, Pokemon Fan Club isn't Bridget at the moment, but Bridget's getting rotated, and Pokemon Fan Club will probably be the replacement. So that's actually really nice. 2 copies of Professor Kukui, which is a good card, and Rescue Stretcher, which is in every single deck. Yowza! That is a lot of good trainer cards when you consider you get 2 copies of Lycanroc, which is a really playable card. Okay, so the Lycanroc deck is looking pretty nice indeed. And then we get to Alolan Exeggutor, which is alright. It's not quite as good. Now, you do have Alolan Marowak. I'm assuming it's the one from Ultra Prism, which has got the really nice attack, which allows you to accelerate a bunch of energy without actually using any energy. So it's a 0 energy attack, which allows you to search for 2 basic energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. That's pretty nice, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty nice indeed. Although, one of those is not worth buying a theme deck for. Then we end up having a look through and we get Energy Lotto, which is a decent card, Energy Retrieval, which is a decent card, Escape Board and Escape Rope, one Field Blower, which is great, one Lily, which is great, couple of Nest Ball, which is alright, couple of Kukui and a Rescue Stretcher, along with a couple of Ultra Ball. Now, it's not quite as good as getting like Cynthia in the Lycanroc deck. It's not quite as good overall, to be perfectly honest, although it does fantastically come with 5 different types of basic energy, which is pretty nice, obviously fitting the Alolan Executor theme. I think it's fine. The Lycanroc is actually a very good theme deck, and we're now getting to the stage where between the Lycanroc theme deck and the Empoleon theme deck and the Garchomp theme deck, we're actually starting to look like we could have a legitimate theme deck competition. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure if we actually sat down and went through them all, we would in fact find that, you know what, there is one or two that really are up and above the rest. But we're finally getting good, playable theme decks. That makes me absolutely delighted. Now, the lovely Stephen Kent has sent me some information this past day. And Stephen Kent is a lovely man. Thank you to him for sending it out. He is a TO League leader, etc. And it has finally been revealed to them what the next lot of promos are going to be at League Challenges and at League. So at League, you're going to be getting a League Challenge promo of Buzzwole. You know that, like, stupidly good Buzzwole that came really high up on my list of the top 10 cards from Forbidden Light? I'll try and remember to pop a link to that one in the description. Yeah, that one. That one's coming as a League promo, so you turn up to League and they give you Buzzwole. That's really, really good, ladies and gentlemen. It's the one that for a single energy does 120 if you've got 4 prizes remaining. I mean, look. It's a one-of in Buzzwole decks, because you can't really play more than one, because you only really want to use it during that brief period of time where your opponent's got 4 prizes remaining. But while they've got 4 prizes remaining, it's really, really good. And now it's coming as a League promo. You turn up to League, you get this really good card. That sounds pretty good. But if you take yourself over to a League Challenge and get yourself in the top 4, you can get a 1st, 2nd, 3rd or 4th stamped promo card of Malamar, which, if I remember correctly, was my number 1 card when combined with Ultra Necrozma from Forbidden Light. It's a crazy good card. It's electric, but for psychic Pokemon. So you just get to accelerate 1 psychic energy from your discard to your bench Pokemon per turn. That's like really, really good. And it is actually, funnily enough, the Malamar is one of the Forbidden Light pre-release promos, as is the Lycanroc, which is coming in a theme deck. So, putting it bluntly, Pokemon really want you to have this Malamar and this Lycanroc. But I'm a really big fan of this. We're getting a really good League Challenge promo. We're getting a really good League promo, and we're getting a really good theme deck. Sorry about the Alolan Executor theme deck. It's not particularly good, but I think on balance we should be happy. And once again, I'm going to give big props to Pokemon here. Sorry, I am going to be positive about this company that we all clearly love. People keep asking for better theme decks. We've had better theme decks. Over the last few years, Pokemon have really been coming through, answering a lot of these questions with a yes. Can we have bigger cash payouts in big tournaments? Yes. Can we get rid of European nationals and have just a big European international tournament? Yes. Can we have better tin promos? Yes. Can we have these payouts at regionals, etc., paid in cash rather than just scholarship? Yes. Let's give some props to Pokemon in the comment section. Last couple years, they have been crushing it. And the last little bit of news I want to go through in this particular news video, some full art supporters which have been revealed over on the official Pokemon Twitter page, and they are quite beautiful. We've got full art Copycat and full art Bill's Maintenance. Now, I did my video about supporters. I'll try and remember to pop a link to that one in the description. I don't think Bill's Maintenance is a very good card at all. You shuffle a card into your deck and draw 3. Honestly, I think a lot of the time it's actually worse than how How is that a good thing? Boom. Whereas Copycat, I think, is going to be an absolutely crucial card after rotation that is going to be played in very, very large numbers. So even though we're not terribly excited about Bill here, we should be very excited about Copycat. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. For the time being, that is the news. And you should all be delighted about it. This is good news. We're getting good theme decks and good promo cards. It is a good day. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you going to buy any of these theme decks? Are you going to have a theme deck tournament? Because I legit might with like my wife and a couple of my friends who don't play Pokemon. I mean, I'll crush them. But I might just go and buy like 2 Empoleon, 2 Garchomp, 2 Lycanroc theme decks and just go for it as a theme deck tournament. That sounds like fun to me. Are you excited about these promo cards? Go nuts, but be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and so on, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do just that. And do check out my video game / Dragon Ball Super channel, Wassy Plays, for some video game / Dragon Ball / Wassy action. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.